Stangam and John in the house on March 13th, 2023.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is going on, John? Other than market
Mark.
all over the place today.
Yeah, big moves. Big,
Woo, what about Asia last night, man?
huge
Ah,
move. Huge rip. And I think
we finally got the big move in
we
Asia.
were just talking about in the thing.
And we was just talking about it. Yep,
We haven't
this
seen
weekend.
that big move and what it displayed on the close. I think we talked about that. Hey, it looked like it was
Yeah,
gonna
it definitely looks like a buy down
yeah, it was like
here.
a
Yeah, sitting at a halfback. Oh man.
everything said like it probably it looked exactly what it did into Asia. It looked like it was gonna break out. It started, it closed in a sense where they were gonna break it out. And they did just that. I mean, they went all the way to the levels.
Well, let's
Uh,
get to the chart. Let's see what we're
let's get
talking
to the
about.
chart. Let's start with the yearly like we always do. And remember, I think I talked about it in the chat that every chart is looking different.
Oh man, oh yeah, we got
We
quad
are
witching in effect
going
this week.
quad witching. Every chart looks different. Let's start with the yearly on ES. Now, ES, take it for granted, we're still in this candle right here, this big breakout candle that flipped us to the upside. We are still holding ourselves together. I don't know by what means or how, but this area right here consolidated, took a big move up. We're back at the same area with all the bad news of banking going down and these banks
Oh
falling
yeah,
apart
man, the world's going woo,
and everything is
turning.
tanking. And yet we are only down from those banks tanking 4% right here. It's 4%
Oh,
move down.
market barely red today. Market barely red.
That's another thing. If the market is coming down, why are we only down 4%? And why was today not really a red day? It
Hmm.
should have been continuation. It should have
Makes
been
you wonder.
continuation.
Makes you wonder
Now
what's
this week
going
we got
on.
CPI data and PPI data coming
There's
in
smoke and mirrors. Smoke and
Tuesday
mirrors.
and Wednesday. We are still going into this witching, which is literally three contracts rolling over at the same time. You have the contract from March expiring, which is 6 months.
Yep, got
Actually,
the
three
monthly
months. You got the 3 months, the 6 month options,
in a
3 month
month.
options. You got the whole contract rolling over all together at the same time on Thursday. One of these contracts will not be traded after Thursday. Be mindful of which one you should be on coming into
Yes, you do not want to
Thursday.
be holding the wrong one. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
you will be looking at a chart that is not moving for like 20 or 30 minutes before you
And
realize,
you might even get a margin call if you're on the if you're trading live account.
yes.
Do
Well,
not be on that contract.
we still have the same scenario. We're still on the upside of this. Do we see possibilities of sweeping this low right here, which is coming right here? We have that possibility. We have possibility of the Fed stepping in and changing everything, and the market shoots up. We have the possibility of all types of things on the yearly, but we really don't care about the yearly. We're just mindful of what it's doing and why. So let's go down to a smaller time frame and start off.
Making higher lows is what I see. Making higher lows.
Yes, we still have. So let's be mindful though. Remember, we higher, lower,
And it's
low,
making higher highs too.
higher, low. This could be a higher low. So we got to be mindful that we still have the scenario. But in order to get that scenario, we have to have a green day, right?
Yep.
Followed by what? Holding halfbacks right here. That's exactly what we need. Same
Yep.
thing we've been talking about. It's still not moving in that direction like that. But will it happen? It could possibly happen. You see right here. Boom. But until a trend breaks out of this scenario, we are not looking for a breakout move
Need that green candle, Asia. Start
until
it
we
tonight.
get until we get that, then possibly we get these moves up and continuation plays, which will rally. But right now we're not in a rally. We're just kind of consolidating. Look, same thing. High, low, half back hell. Let's go. That's what we will be looking for. Right now, we don't have that. So if you think we're going to the moon, you better stop thinking about the moon and stay on
Hmm.
Earth.
Hmm. Better make sure your rocket ship's full of fuel first.
Yeah, and the fuel ain't there right now. So, and
We
that's the
still
reason.
waiting on the fuel truck.
And that's the reason we show the yearly like that to be mindful that the play has not developed for long term. So be mindful that if we're up at a London close high range, we're probably not going to keep going because it shouldn't. Okay. Let's go right into the setup. We had the setup already set up from Friday's play, and what we saw at the open, actually at the close of Friday, right? We
Yep.
saw this movement right here. We saw this into the close, into the open. It held 151 of Asia range. As you see it, this was quick.
Mm-hmm.
Held it 151. This is on a 15-minute, and it shot up like a rocket. It literally went up about 50 points, I think, right?
Uh-huh. At
It went
least
crazy.
50, 60 points.
When you see something like this, does this mean anything? It does not mean to sell this at the highs. It means look for opportunities. We still have time. If the market is moving up in the direction that it is, what are we
Yep.
going to be looking for? We're going to be
Look,
looking for longs until midnight.
yep. Looking for that pullback. And do we get it?
Yes, we do. Look at a nice
Yes, we
pullback.
do.
So do we have entries to get in this long? Yes, we do. We have entries after we held that half back, right? And we get a high sweep of this high. Boom, nice.
Target.
Still holding
Yep.
that half back here. Look what we get. More price to the upside. So into midnight. Look at midnight coming up here. Look what we hit. Look at London's close half back. How we tested it. What did we do? We literally pulled back to half back. No matter how you put this.
Yep.
This is a half back. Well, it went to London's close half back and held. So if we're a halfback going into time,
That one's king, by the way.
look everything that's telling you, go long here. Maybe you're
Wow.
not long here. Maybe
Man,
you're long here.
perfection, man. That play was perfection.
I mean, you got 5 or 10 points from here. You got 5 or 10 points from here. You got 5 or 10 points here. Look for entries long until we get to target. Where was target? We literally hit the top here.
Yep.
We could be off a little bit. Could be off a little bit.
But it hits it.
Even if you took a trade here, did you get 5 or 10 points? Yes. Look at that halfback hold. Halfback held, 5 or 10 points. If you're looking for a short in this, guess what you're doing? You're getting burnt. Nothing on this chart. Even if you put a trend line on this, on a higher time frame. Do we hit up here before we break that trend? Yes, we do. That's what the moving averages that you put on a chart should be doing for you. It should be your stops. So if you went long in this, and Asia is a very easy market. If you bought there or you bought here, right? And you say, hey, if it breaks that line, I'm out. If it breaks here, I'm out. If it breaks here, I'm out. Did you get stopped out? Absolutely not. Did you get your target way up here? Yes. In fact, if you took this trade down here from 39.09, you got about 20, 24 points, 26 points.
Mm.
That is a ton of free money.
Mm.
This was a good play to play into Asia. We got the big move that we were really knocking the day before.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it developed from this. So when you're taking that play, you're looking at this. You have a lot of keys on this. You're looking at 1 key, 2 key. I could count them like Dracula here from Sesame Street. 3 key. 4 key. That's just a given right here to be long in this.
Oh, let's stay in line. Let's go.
Yeah, all this is telling you go with the trend. Go with the trend. Guess what we hit? What we teach you. What we teach. Don't buy these highs. Don't buy these highs. We buy down here. We buy in halfbacks. We get near the line. We buy here. None of these plays were failures to go long. Even if you bought the long at the end of the day, even if you bought the tippy top, which you shouldn't,
no,
you were able to get this play all the way to the highs. This play going up like this, you're not buying. Maybe if you bought here and it came back down on you, but this came up before it came down. So you got 5 or 10 points on this. And even if you waited and you said, hey, you know what? I'm going to wait. And once it got above this halfback right here, of this candle right here, man, it's golden. Let's go.
Go time. Go time.
And once we broke this high right here, you're like, look, if you're looking at this later in the day and you're like, well, if we stay above this high, all right, we could get up there. Or put it in other case, put more cases on this. Put a case on it, Dobbs. Let's do this.
Hmm.
Oh my God. Look at that. We get above the high. We might go up here because that is halfback. This is halfback. We didn't touch. Guess what? We might go to a halfback.
Mhm.
And that's literally kind of where we headed. But you were short maybe a point. But guess what? From here to there, you got 24, 20, 26 points right here. Easy money. Going into going into midnight, we're gonna look for the opposite. Remember, the the yearly is shown for a reason. We are not breaking out.
No.
We are not breaking out. Why are we not breaking out? Because the yearly hasn't told us that we are trending upward. So we are in a consolidation state right now until we look for the break. That's why when we get to these prices, we might be looking for what? A retest of something that we left behind. Maybe this halfback right here,
Yeah.
right?
Possible.
Into midnight, we did hit that. Look, we even hit the halfback on the way up. So we hit halfback. We're not going above that halfback, and we start failing underneath. Look, London's closed high, and this is what London's open. Maybe you're not selling this. You're like, no, we could break out. Let's be afraid. But once you start going under Stangham line, this was nothing but money on the way down.
Great sell off, man. I was sleeping.
So
I'm trying to.
let's think of the scenario. London's close high. Where could we possibly go? And that is literally 45 points right there. Even if you're late for it, and wait for it. From here, what's your risk? Above this line. If you're selling right here in this halfback, or you're late to the play and you're in this candle, you're only risking this high. Maybe take two minis and you still get 13 to 90. That is 23 points easy on 2 contracts. That's $100. Build those accounts. If you have 5 accounts, that is $500. If you have
Yes.
10 accounts, that is $1,000 right there off of what we teach.
Today's plays was definitely account builders.
Yes.
And we don't get them very often.
No.
This is those runners that we're talking about.
So let's see what really happened off that big candle that it did in Asia. Let's see. We're up here on this Asia big candle. Let's just relay like this. We did not test that halfback on the way down. Barely hit it. Came back up at 7 a.m. We went back up to where? Even if you don't use this candle, let's just do it again because this play played out like 5 times today. This play right here was a 5-time payer, a 5-time account builder today. It literally did your account like 50 times. It did. We are not breaking out. Let's leave it at 35.40 up here. Make sure 35.40 so we don't change this price up that much. Here, let's leave it right there. Okay. Let's take a look at that. We rejected it at 7 a.m. This is our time. What did we do? We bounced off the lows, off of Asia's halfback. Hey, Asia, we never touched your halfback. Now we're touching it. Do we expect a bounce there? Yes. Where does it go? All the way to London's close. London's close halfback. Oh my God, halfback? Is that a halfback to halfback? Halfback right here, right? To where? London's close halfback. Oh my God. And then Stingham line right up there saying hello. I think I told Dobbs I killed it on that play right there.
Yeah.
I literally texted him. I said, I killed this long and short up here. I said, and this thing's going to go all the way down to, boom, right here. Do I care about this extra move down here? I mean, if I left the runner and I wasn't getting paid so good from up there. Okay,
that's the thing. You can't be greedy, you know.
Yeah,
we're only looking for 5 to 10 points, but you gotta leave that runner, man. Especially on a day like today.
I did not play New York at all. I did not play New York. I was busy, but I did kill this play. I told Dobbs I'm kind of done, and then I came back for London's close, and I said, "Yo, London's close is telling us to sell. Let's do London's close right here. Let's set up like we're looking at London's close right here. Look, oh my God, where's London's closing at? It can't be closing up here. It can't be closing up here. Is this the same thing? At a halfback, why are we not closing above it? Okay.
If we're breaking out, we would be.
If we were breaking out, I mean, if we were closing above it, right? And that's why I use a longer time frame. We should be this way. Where were we? that way. So am I selling these halfbacks? Of course. Today you had to be very specific with entries because everything was very volatile. These candles on a 3 minute were 10 points, some
Yeah,
15.
some 20. I think I
It
seen some
was
20s.
crazy. So if you took this, if you started your sell up here and then you added at this halfback and then you took profit, like this came very fast and got me out. So I didn't care about, oh, we're going all the way down here. No, I was out here. Why? Because it was a very, very volatile day. And the fact that we were still above London's, Asia's range, we could have broken out. It was still showing a breakout, even into 1300 candle right here. When we dipped underneath and then we came back above, I said, hey, we're going to go see 88. We hit 88 and into the close, they held it up here. Now, at the end of the day, what ends up happening? Again, we have the same play again. We can't close above 90. Remember, I said 90 in the chat. It's a fight with 90.
Yep.
And then you get a big candle like this. Now, by the end of the day, it's already done. But none of this is telling you go long right here. In
Nope.
fact, you saw right here, you got 10 to 5, 10 to 5 points right here.
Yep.
And you almost got close to this target right here. Yep. High, low, halfback. That's where you want to perfect your entries. And I said it all the time. I said trade it as on a longer time frame, and then you see the plays. If you trade it on a long time frame, not on the 3 minute, these candles are humongous. You have to be specific with your entry. Even if you have this entry as saying that, you know what, I'm gonna do what Dobbs and John tell me. If it closes above this moving average or Stingham line, I am out of this play. Do I get 5 or 10 points before that? Yes, you do.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't close above it. So anytime in this place, if you had a good trade here at 78, guess what you got? 55, 57, halfback right here again, holding of Asia. So look,
Points. Woo, 20 points.
when this failed 151, you're in a good situation because this is the high of Asia. If we're failing the high, we could go to halfback and we could go all the way to low. You cover some of your orders here and you leave one to see if we go down here. But guess what? Even if you don't, you're still winning in
Still
this
winning.
window.
Still winning.
So the scenario of this, it works. It's just being very specific with pricing, especially on a day like today. If I go through other charts, you will see that price is different. If you set up different, it's going to be a whole different mess. Everything is different at prices right now. So everything is not going to look the same. Another thing that was key was that we went up to the 200 EMA today into London and we failed it. Remember that EMA that we talked about in the recap video? We said, hey, we didn't hit it from below. Right here, when we failed it, we didn't come back. New York didn't come back and hit it. It wanted to. And guess what it did today? It went up there. We're still due to hit it in New York and still haven't. Now, Asia hit it, London hit it, and they sold above it. Into their close, they were selling. They sold it all the way down. Into London's close, they kept selling though. But New York is still could still send it up to that 200 EMA. It is in consolidation. We don't know direction on the yearly right now. It could go up, it could go down. We know there's news coming tomorrow at 8:30. Are we going to trade that news? Absolutely not. We are going to wait until the news is done and then we're going to trade it. After that CPI data or PPI data comes out, they will be talking about it. The feds will be talking about this because it's going to dictate with all the financial things that are going on with banks. They're going to say, if they say that they're going to stop or continue with increasing interest rates, if they continue to increase interest rates, I can see this going to the moon because, like I said, they are holding the market hostage. What screen am I sharing, Dobbs?
Here's the MES 15-minute.
3. Okay. Yeah. So if they continue to increase interest rates, it will go up. If they say that they're gonna pause or stop, this thing's gonna tank. They keep saying they're gonna keep on increasing, so more likely the market will go up. When they stop interest rates, interest rate hikes or pause, the market is gonna go to the lows because the market is holding it hostage. The only way they can make money is for them to keep on increasing interest rates so they could drop the market at the highs, not at the lows. Remember, the bad news is going to be after the fact of what they've done, not during the process of them still doing it. It's like news that's yet to come. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If the news is yet to come because they keep increasing, we don't know the outcome of their increasing yet. So if they stop, we're gonna see the outcome of their interest rate hikes, which is kind of what the banks are kind of reflecting. But is it all banks? Absolutely not. So can this be a fluke? Yes. Can this be a trap? Absolutely.
Yep.
We don't care of what it does on the yearly. All we do is set up. So now let's set up for our market for tonight and tomorrow, and then we'll leave it like that. Let's do our high, our low, and remember, we could expect consolidation overnight because we are expecting a report tomorrow that could literally move the market down.
Yeah, I just got an email. Amps increasing margins tonight by 25%.
And that means that their sales are going to
They're expecting a little volatility tonight. Doesn't mean it happens, but they're expecting.
They could shoot the market up into this report. So yeah, they will want to make the most.
So be careful being over leveraged. Do not be trading a lot of ES contracts.
For the next week, this week,
MES.
will be MES.
MES, guys.
Trading MES, not heavy today, and I still made over 200 on that. So be mindful of that. Be mindful where we were on a yearly. If I put this on a yearly, look where we're at on a yearly. I'm gonna remove these things again. We are literally in a buy area, but we're in the middle. We could literally go both directions here. We could literally come down here and sweep this low right here. Like I said, sweep that low, or we could go right above the 200 and keep on going up. It's all crucial on this week, and the prices, every contract is going to roll over. That's why there's so much volatility. We talked about that on Friday.
Yep.
We talked about that this morning. I said, listen, all these contracts, they have different prices. They all have to align themselves correctly.
They're trying to get in a position. Think of it as the horse race at the Kentucky Derby. All these horses out of the gate, they're trying to get into position, rounding the turn, and see which one gets ahead.
With everything that they have going on as well. So if everything works out in the market's favor, they're gonna shoot this up like a rocket. If it works out against them, they're gonna send this down. So you got to be careful with the volatility that you're going to experience this week. It's moving very aggressively. It's going to continue to move aggressively into Thursday. There is not going to be options players neither. The options are all expiring.
Yes.
So they can't even leverage themselves with how much options are in the put side or the call side for long term. It's all coming to an end. They all have to get out of their positions. Whether it's win or loss, they're getting out. They're not going to get in until this makes a move. So otherwise,
I'm getting ready to share. You good?
Yeah, go ahead.
You done?
Yeah,
I mean, options are expiring, and
everything's
it's going to come to a head by the end of the week. So it's going to be volatile. We got news rest of the week. We got contracts expiring. It's going to be a crazy ride. So
and the range is very tight for London's close right now. So expect big moves. Go ahead, Dobbs. All you.
All right, brother. As y'all know, we got to do the risk disclaimers. But at Stingham Trading, knowing where price is headed is our edge. We know how the market moves. Don't believe us? Come join us. Risk disclosures. The risk of loss in trading securities, options, futures, forex, and commodities can be substantial and are not suitable for all investors. You must consider all relevant risk factors, including your own personal financial situation. Do not trade money you cannot afford to lose. You assume the risk of any and all financial investments you make. We do not tell you when to buy or sell at any time. That's Stingham Trading.
Cause so many time passed by. Don't know why I'm losing my mind. Ego was so strong inside. At this point I just lived a lie. I just lived a lie. I wish I could tell you why. I wish I could feel you again, but I know it's too late, and I know you're away. There's a chance to apologize, nah, nah, nah. It's a goodbye, just a goodbye. Forever and ever, you never come back. Just a goodbye, forever goodbye. nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. Thinking about you. Drive through the night, I got nothing to lose. Sharp city lights, they can tell me the truth. Tell me what I should do, I got nothing to lose. I sit in my mind. Got so many time passed by. I saw you last time. This is my last ride. I wish we're gonna see us on the other side.